Since I've started working with hand tools more, I've really come to appreciate a sharp marking knife. If you cut a marking knife line and your knife is sharp, it really gives you an accurate line to cut to. Sometimes a pencil or a pen or a marker just isn't quite accurate enough. So I bought this kit from Hock tools. Ron Hock uses great steel in all of his tools, his plane irons and everything. So I didn't have any second guesses about going with this one. So I started off at my dad's shop. He's a machinist, and I needed to machine down some 1/4-inch brass rod to fit in the pre-drilled holes in the Hock knife kit. I think these are about 3/16 of an inch. There's just 2 holes, so this is pretty rudimentary machining. So I had to rough up the steel for the blanks, and I just used 5-minute epoxy. And I had some Wenge laying around, so I decided to go with that. It's got a really cool grain to it, a really dark color. So I glued one side on. I went over to the drill press and used the holes already in the knife to drill a pilot hole, and then I came back and glued the other one on and used the holes that were already there. It's pretty straightforward once you get into it. And there I am just putting in the brass pins. And that is most of the leg work. After that, it's just a lot of sanding. I started on the disc sander here, a pretty rough grit. You can see I get it down to the steel here. It starts throwing sparks, but I kind of anticipated that. I knew I could get those marks off. And then I just used a bunch of different things, orbital sander, hand sanding, and I think I went all the way up to 220, 320, I think all the way up to 400 grit. Just folding over some 5-inch sanding discs. And I really just kept flipping it back and forth, trying to get it symmetrical, trying to make it look like something I would like to look at and also something I'd like to hold. And that's before I put finish on. You can see a little bit of a shine on it. And notice I've got it taped up. This thing came really, really sharp out of the package, so I didn't want to cut my finger or anything like that. And then the final stage before I could put it to use, I just put it straight on my 8,000 grit Norton sharpening stone, and then went over to the leather strop, made sure the back was nice and finished, and then sharpened the beveled edges. And here I am just testing it out on this is a piece of pine. I tried to show how easy a pencil could follow that line, and then I came back here. This is a piece of ipe, almost as hard as it gets, and it just cut through it really well. And again, you can see that pencil going straight down that line. I really enjoyed making this, and I appreciate you hanging around to watch the video. I hope you guys decide to make a knife of your own. Thanks.